You have sat frozen in front of a choice more times than you can count: which email to answer first, whether to speak up in a meeting, which job offer to accept, or simply what to do next when everything feels urgent and nothing feels clear. That frozen, fuzzy state where options spread into a fog and your ability to act shrinks is decision paralysis, and it steals hours, confidence, and momentum from the people who matter most to you. This video will give you a single, science-backed 90-second protocol that reliably flips paralysis into a tiny, decisive action and resets your decision system so you can make the next better decision with clarity. No fanciful frameworks, no long journaling sessions, just one repeatable funnel you can run anywhere, anytime that works because it changes what your brain is prioritizing in real time. Start by understanding what actually happens when you freeze. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that weighs options and plans ahead, gets crowded out by an overactive limbic network that signals threat and uncertainty. Stress hormones narrow your perspective and amplify the cost of making a mistake. Simultaneously, the dopamine system that rewards small wins goes quiet, so there is no micro-reward to pull you forward. The protocol I will teach you hacks all three levers at once. It reduces perceived threat, creates immediate evidence of progress, and re-engages your reward circuitry so your brain prefers action over avoidance. The mental model to hold throughout is simple and memorable: surface, slice, ship. Surface means make the problem visible. Slice means cut the problem into an instantly finishable micro-decision. Ship means commit to and send that micro-decision. Those three verbs map to physiological actions and cognitive switches that together change your state in 90 seconds. Here is the exact script to use the first time. Step 0, prepare. You will need nothing but a pen, a 5-word limit, and your phone timer. When paralysis hits, set your phone timer for 90 seconds and say silently, "I will flip this in 90 seconds." The timer is a promise to your brain that the storm is bounded. Step 1, surface, 30 seconds. Write in 5 words or fewer the real choice you face. Not 5 options or a paragraph, but one crisp sentence that names the decision. For example, send the delayed reply now, or accept meeting request, or decline extra task. The act of naming moves the problem from ambient rumination into workspace cognition. It shifts the decision from vague threat into a concrete object your brain can manipulate. Neuroscience shows that labeling an emotional or cognitive state recruits the prefrontal cortex and reduces amygdala reactivity. Step 2, slice, 30 seconds. Now cut the decision into the smallest possible action that still moves the needle. Ask, what one physically completable action will materially reduce uncertainty or produce a visible outcome? If your decision is which job offer to accept, the slice might be, email recruiter one question about start date. If your decision is whether to speak up in the meeting, the slice could be, speak one sentence that frames your point. The rule, the micro-action must be finishable within 30 seconds and produce a verifiable state change. Doing this triggers a prediction error and a tiny dopamine pulse when you complete it. Micro wins end the paralysis loop and reweight future actions toward approach rather than avoidance. Step 3, ship, 30 seconds. Execute that single micro action and close the loop. Send the email, say the sentence, click the button, set the meeting, delete the distraction. The completed action is the signal your brain needs to rebuild momentum. After you ship, log one sentence of outcome. What changed and what is now easier? That quick reflection reinforces learning and feeds a tiny habit loop. Cue, action, reward. Together, surface, slice, ship, compress threat, create evidence, and rewire preference for action. To understand why this short sequence beats overthinking, imagine decision-making like trying to pull a heavy rope. When anxiety tightens the rope, every pull seems useless and expensive. Surface gives you a handle. Slice replaces the heavy rope with a short, strong cord you can pull easily. Ship pulls it across the threshold and the system yields. Now, the science specifics in plain language. Naming the choice reduces limbic noise via affect labeling, a documented technique that lowers immediate threat response. Breaking the choice into a micro-action uses chunking and implementation intentions, proven strategies where specifying when and how you will act increases the odds you will act. Completing the micro-action triggers reward prediction learning. Your brain notices you expected nothing and got a small success, and it updates the value of taking action. Those three mechanisms, threat labeling, micro-slicing, and reward updating, together collapse paralysis faster than any single mental pep talk. Next, let me give you 3 high-fidelity examples so you can see the protocol in context. Example 1, the inbox avalanche. You see 87 unread emails and your chest tightens. Timer 90 seconds. Surface, write answer sponsor email in 5 words. Slice, write a 1-sentence reply that acknowledges and asks one clear question. Ship, hit send within 30 seconds. After you send, note sent cleared uncertainty, and notice the next decision feels smaller. Example 2, the meeting freeze. You need to assert an alternate idea but are terrified of pushback. Timer 90 seconds, surface, state alternative plan for project. Slice, craft and speak one factual sentence that starts with I propose and ends with a single next step. Ship, say it within the next 30 seconds, log the reaction. Example 3, career fork. You are weighing 2 offers. Timer 90 seconds, surface, clarify benefit of offer A. Slice, send one question to contact about salary timing or remote work. Ship, press send. That tiny action produces information and often collapses the false binary into a clear path. Now, practical rules for real-life use. First, predefine 3 microactions you accept under pressure so you don't invent paralysis while choosing the slice. Keep them simple. Ask one clarifying question, propose one next step, or schedule one short meeting. Second, always use a timer. The physical countdown bounds anxious rumination and delivers a commitment device that your prefrontal cortex respects. Third, practice the protocol in low-stakes moments. Like any muscle, the action preference strengthens with repetition. Your brain will learn that brief steps reliably lead to progress. Fourth, combine the protocol with a short breathing anchor if you feel overwhelming physiological arousal. 2 rounds of inhale 4, exhale 6 before surface will quiet the sympathetic spike and make surface easier. Fifth, for complex multi-criteria decisions, use the 90-second flip as the first pass. It yields evidence, narrows uncertainty, and makes the larger analysis tractable. Measurement and adaptation. Run a 7-day experiment. Each time you notice indecision, apply the 90-second flip and log outcome quality on a simple scale of 1 to 3. After a week, you will have data on how often microactions resolve uncertainty and which slices produce the most leverage. Use that feedback to refine your pre-chosen microactions, limitations, and ethical notes. This is not a tool for replacing deep reflection on high-impact choices that require values alignment, ethical consideration, or significant planning. Use the 90-second flip to cut through the paralysis that prevents you from starting the real work. If a decision involves other people's rights, legal consequences, or complex trade-offs, follow the flip with appropriate consultation and deeper analysis. Also, if chronic anxiety or indecision is persistent, combine this practice with therapeutic approaches. The protocol is a performance tool, not a substitute for clinical care. Finally, habit design. How to make the flip a durable personal asset. Create a daily ritual where the first decision of your work block uses surface slice ship and track it for 21 days. Reward yourself for consistency with something tiny and immediate, like a 2-minute walk or a single espresso. Over time, your threshold for paralysis will rise because your brain learns actions reliably produce information and reward. To increase social leverage, teach the protocol to your team. When meetings stall, nominate one person to run the 90-second flip live. The group gets unstuck, and you establish a culture of rapid testing. Closing. Decision paralysis is not a moral failing. It is a predictable brain state triggered by uncertainty and threat. What feels like weakness is actually a system doing what it evolved to do. The radical insight of the 90-second flip is that you can reframe the system with 3 tiny moves that respect your biology and use it to generate progress instead of freezing. Next time you feel stuck, set your phone for 90 seconds, name the decision in 5 words, choose a micro-action that finishes in 30 seconds, and ship it. Then notice what changed. Small, repeated wins build confidence faster than the biggest speeches ever will. If you try this experiment for a week, share one example in the comments of a micro-action that actually moved the needle for you. I will read and highlight a few. Now, set the timer, surface the choice, slice it small, ship it, and watch your paralysis flip into a habit of decisive momentum.